I want to introduce a new series that I've decided to make called High Seas Hustlin. It will cover the process I personally go through during each cruise I take to plan for the next. For example, in this video, I'll discuss a few different categories. First is how I got the cruise I'm currently talking about. Next is how I checked my current offers along with the point spreadsheet associated with this cruise to see what cruise I want to target for the future. Then, I'll show what I played and the bet amounts associated. And finally, I'll discuss how many points I ended up with and how I booked the next cruise. This should help provide a picture of how I utilize the system to continue receiving comped cruises. So the current cruise that I'll be talking about is the one I just completed. It was a 5-night cruise out of Galveston on the Mariner of the Seas. I earned that cruise from an instant certificate I received on another cruise back in February. I took advantage of the next cruise offer prior to disembarking that cruise, which means I placed a $200 deposit on an open booking that was done directly in the Royal app. When I got home, I called the Club Royale phone number to book the cruise using the instant certificate code and the next cruise booking number. I selected a balcony room from the list associated with the offer code. The next cruise booking number added $150 in free play as well as a $100 onboard credit. Prior to taking this past cruise, I looked up the point spreadsheet to see what was going to be available at the various point levels. I had this offer for additional free play in my queue on the Club Royale website. This particular free play offer only applied to new booking made for sailings in October. So I checked out the points list spreadsheet to see what would be available at the various point levels. There were a few different options listed that would give me a balcony room in October, so I set my goal at 2,000 points for this cruise. With my goal set and cruise date now here, all that was left to do was play. I started the first day with a few slot machines. I loaded some free play onto a slot machine and played for a while. Once I got cycled through the free play, I started earning points. I ended up playing for about an hour. I was up about $100 and had a total of 26 points. I went over to the craps table and waited for a little bit before I got a spot. I started with $50 on the don't pass line. Once a point was established, I placed the 6 and 8 for $30 each and added a $10 field bet. I collected on place bet wins and I used the field wins to get more place bets and to press the ones I already had. I typically will bet $6 across for the dealers once I've collected my first hit. The dealers always appreciate that and likely rate me a little better than what I would be rated otherwise. I ended that session with a loss of about $100 after 4 hours. That time earned me 1,081 points. So my total for day one was 1,107. Day two was a sea day. I typically do not get up very early unless I have to, so I didn't get to the casino until early afternoon. I started this afternoon again with some slots. I played for about an hour and walked away with 78 more points and up about $50. I went to the craps table and played the same strategy as night one. The table wasn't good to me, and I left the table down about $650, but did earn another 326 points, so point total after night two was 1,511. After the port day, I got to the casino late afternoon. I decided to start out on roulette. I used a strategy called Point Pusher that I saw posted by the 35-to-1 Roulette Cruisin channel. I'll post a link to his channel in the description. This is a $15 bet on a single column with $5 bets on 5 corners that do not touch the column. Each win nets $5, and there are 6 donks with this system. I played for about an hour and earned 98 points. I also won $50. I then moved to the craps table and again played the same strategy. This night was even worse than the previous as I only played for an hour and was down $600. I received 181 points for that session, bringing my trip total to 1,790. This was another port day. I went back to slots again late afternoon. I spent about 2 hours playing and ended up down $100, but I did get another 109 points. I decided to try roulette again and played for about an hour and a half. I left there with a $140 loss, but another 144 points up. I wasn't feeling great, so I just caught a couple of shows and went to bed. My point total now was 2,043. I still wasn't feeling great, so decided not to go to the casino at all this day. I had already reached my 2,000 point goal, so I just relaxed and enjoyed my remaining time on the ship. I received my instant certificate on the door and used the app to complete a next cruise booking, so everything was set to make the reservation once I got home. This trip is one of my bigger losses while cruising. I ended the trip down a little more than $1,400. Added to the cost of taxes, port fees, and gratuities, I spent a total of just over $1,800. When you consider the regular cost of the trip would have been over $2,200, I still saved money by playing in the casino and getting comps. And of course, I also received a comp for another cruise. People often ask how much the points cost, and that is always going to vary. Based on this trip, I earned 2,043 points and lost $1,400. So that puts the average, again, only for this trip, at about 70 cents per point. And that's primarily because of the two awful nights I had at the craps table. So now we've kind of come full circle. At home, with my booking email pulled up and the instant certificate next to me, I called Club Royale and completed the booking. I gave the representative the booking number, the offer code, and my personal information. I also gave her the additional offer code, which will add even more free play. So I'm now booked in another balcony for a trip in October. I will receive a total of $300 in free play and another $100 in onboard credit. I hope this was helpful in understanding how I utilize the system. I'm sure there are many others that have different variations, but this is what I mainly do. If you get comped cruises, let me know in the comments what you do differently. Additionally, I do get other random offers from Royal. I use these to fill in gaps from the other more purposeful trips that I have arranged, so I consider those to be bonus offers. And finally, I do get an annual free cruise in an interior room because I'm at the prime status level in their casino program. But I hardly ever actually use this offer as I can usually find the dates I'm looking for through the instant certificate process for balcony rooms. But it's nice to know I have it as a backup if there's ever a trip that is not available otherwise. Let me know if there's anything I can explain or elaborate on better, and I'll see what I can do to add that in future videos. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.